5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two white Muslims.
Go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Warahmatullahi.
Wabarakatuh.
My name's Junaid Rahim.
And my name's Muhammad Yusuf Bashforth.
And affectionately we're known as...
The Two White Muslims. Assalamu alaikum. Shall I start?
Go on then, you start.
No, you start.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
It's hard, isn't it?
Doesn't work, does it?
No.
I'll tell you what, I'll start.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Warahmatullahi.
Wabarakatuh.
Welcome, one and all.
Welcome to another day.
We're back.
Well-
They've let us in yet again. And I know we always start by saying this, but it's true.
It's true.
They've let us in.
I don't understand why.
Again. But we're thrilled. We're thrilled to be here.
It's almost like some people like this.
I know. I know.
But, I mean, they'll never tell us that.
They would not tell us that.
No.
Oh, you like it, do you?
Why would we?
That's what you tell your face.
Why would we want to know that?
I know. That'd be lunacy. What?
Yeah,
Give praise?
It'll almost stir us on to do more.
Yeah. And as they've said, I couldn't praise you because it's un-Islamic to lie. So what do you think of the show? No, don't ask that question.
No.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
No. But really, what do you think? No.
Honestly, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Don't ask.
Now we're back again. Here we are yet again for another wonderful... We've got a great day ahead of us.
We've got a load of nonsense to talk.
We've got lots of nonsense to talk.
I think we're going to put the world to rights.
We are.
I think we're going to talk about some amazing stories that we've
As
heard
always,
in the news.
Popular culture.
I think we may get we may stride our high horse.
We may stand astride our high horse. We may stand atop. What? Soapbox. Our soapbox. I forgot for a second.
Soapy box.
Yes, at the top of our soapy box.
And we may take a lift up to the top of our
Ivory Tower. Absolutely.
Because
But
we are
what
always.
more do you expect?
We're always what?
Right.
Every
And we're always ready to give you our opinion. And people say you shouldn't do that already. Why?
Why?
I have an opinion. Why would I not share it?
People tune in to hear our opinions on
Exactly.
things. They do, and they respect us.
Yes, they respect us for it. You can tell by the derisive comments. They wouldn't say such horrible things on Facebook unless they really liked us.
Hello.
Would they?
No, they wouldn't.
You only say things like that to people you like.
I know it's all in jest.
It's all in jest.
Oh, they can take a joke, these lads.
They can take a joke. Here, let's try with this one.
Too white. Beep.
Too white. Beep. Oh, brilliant. So yeah, we've got a great day ahead.
See you next Tuesday.
We've got a great day ahead. We've got a great day. As we say. So, you want to get rid of all things Islamic, do you? Well, let's start with the numbers then. Let's start with the numbers because they're Arabic numerals.
Tell you what, why don't we start with education itself?
Yes, but without the Arabic numerals, you would still be using Roman numerals.
Yes.
You'd be still using your M's and your X's and your I's and your V's.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, bit of a C. So true.
Keep this together.
It's so true.
Keep it together, Jenny. Keep it in a job. Jenny.
We're here.
Keep it in a job.
We're here.
Keep it in a job.
We're here. And we're looking forward to today. We've got loads of great things to talk about.
We've got some great news to share.
We have.
About the British Muslim Heritage Centre.
Yes, we have.
And about the expansion plans.
Yay!
To expand the media part of the centre.
So we'll be doing that a little bit later on.
We will. We'll be talking about that.
I want to talk about the Beatles.
I love the Beatles.
I love the Beatles. If for no other reason, I just love the Beatles. I think they're brilliant.
I love them.
I just think they're really nice guys. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I want to do? I want to hold the hand. It's been a hard day's night.
It has.
It has.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But, when you've been working like a dog.
I know. What, as a paperback writer?
Yeah. I had a dream last night. I had a dream last night.
Abbott, just a fool on a hill. What? You had a dream?
I had a dream.
Yes?
I kind of pictured myself in a boat on a river. With tangerine trees and marmalade skies.
Yeah. And kaleidoscope eyes. Yeah. Oh, look, kaleidoscope eyes. What a great line.
Great line.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Fantastic. So, yeah, John, Ringo, Paul,
Yeah.
and the other one.
Yeah.
Who was the other one?
George.
Geogra.
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 Geogra. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Beatles. We are going to
Harrison.
give a national health warning. A health warning. We're going to give a health warning to the nation.
Are we going to improve the nation's
We're
health?
going to improve the nation's health.
Are we going to improve the life expectancy of our beautiful people?
We are. We're going to tell them where we were last week. We went to a bit of a dinner.
Oh, that was great.
And it was brilliant.
We met some amazing people.
Brilliant. So
Do you know what?
Yes?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. It's not me saying it, it's you saying it. It's
Alhamdulillah.
not me saying it, it's you saying it. So we're going to talk about Halima and her lovely sister, and we're going to just this amazing thing that we went to last week.
Yep.
We're maybe going to have a quick chat about technology.
Okay.
About technology. Because some amazing things have been happening, and I think we need to have a quick conversation about it.
Okay. I'm up for that because I like technology.
Yes.
Great.
I want to talk about passports.
Okay.
About passports. As we
What about them?
approach...
Oh, the Brexit thing.
Yes.
Will our passports work?
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. That's what we're going to find out.
Will they?
We're also going to discuss a fake car.
Do you know,
if such a thing is
fake
possible.
car?
A fake car. Somebody's
What's
in
all that
trouble
about?
for selling a fake car.
Oh.
And it's brilliant.
What is it?
It is. It's
it indeed?
brilliant.
Fantastic.
So that's, as it stands, that's pretty much us. I've got a few more things on the list, but I think they're going to get carried across.
Do you remember Candid Camera?
I do remember Candid Camera.
I used to love that
The
show.
one I remember was when they had a spoon and the steery bit and the top bit were joined, but they were joined with a sugary glue.
Yeah.
So that when you put the thing in the thing, the bottom bit fell off.
Bottom bit fell off.
And I remember that. Don't know why I remember that, but I remember that.
I remember them, driving a car.
Right.
They drove it past a mechanic's garage.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was making a bit of a clattering noise.
Yep.
But they did that intentionally.
Right.
Because then they swapped cars
Yep.
and wheeled a look-alike car
Right.
into this mechanic
Okay.
and said, I've broken down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've broken down. Can you tell me what's wrong? And he lifted the bonnet and there was no engine.
Well, I think I found your problem.
He said, but
But he's there scratching his head. But how did you
we've
get...
just driven past.
You just driven past.
You
How does
saw
that
us.
work?
You saw us.
We've just driven past.
Yeah.
Meet
No
me.
engine.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Smile.
Then they changed. You're on Candid
You're on
Camera.
Candid Camera.
But then they changed it to Beatles About.
Oh,
didn't they?
watch out. Beatles about.
I liked
Loved
it. Liked
Brilliant.
it. It was funny.
Brilliant.
And it was harmless.
Brilliant.
Humiliation at its
It was
best.
amazing. He always carried that clipboard.
Yeah.
And it looked massive.
Yes.
Mind you, on the other hand. But he was great. He was absolutely brilliant.
What was wrong with it?
I don't know.
No.
Don't know. But he was brilliant. He was brilliant.
Oh, I loved it. Loved it.
The number of times you'd say, all right, Jeremy, where are you? If anything fell over,
Yeah.
you'd be, hey up, Jeremy, where are you?
Yep.
He became synonymous with the jape.
Yes. The
And he came off,
practical
was
joke.
it just a game for a laugh or something?
I don't know.
And that also, who else came off? Matthew Kelly
Matthew Kelly.
and Rusty Lee.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be.
Tonight, Matthew.
I'm going to be.
Yes.
He became a fairly serious actor, didn't he?
He did.
After that, he stopped all his Saturday night jokey fun stuff.
Yep.
And he became quite a serious actor.
He did. And there was another guy on a programme, and I can't remember what that programme was. It might even have been that or a later version of it. But he now produces all of Derren Brown's. And I can't think. But I watched a documentary about Derren Brown, and he went, and here's my producer. I thought, he used to be on TV. He used to be on
Whoa.
Saturday Night TV.
Fantastic.
No idea who he is. I'm sure he's grateful for me remembering his name.
Do you know I've seen an advert? I've seen an advert for Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, yes.
And do you know what I liked about it?
Go on.
Ant and Dec. Were on the advert for
Are they back?
He's back.
Oh, brilliant.
He's back.
Because they are great.
They are.
They're great.
Yeah.
This generation's Morecambe and Wise.
They're not as good as us, of course.
No, of course not.
But they are great.
They're brilliant.
Yeah, and they use them, of course, because they haven't discovered us yet.
Exactly. Give them time.
Give them time. Yeah, they'll have to be quick. I'm
going to say, knocking on.
I'm 56.
Do you know what you're knocking on? Norwegian wood.
Knocking on what?
Norwegian wood.
What's that then?
It's Beatles song.
Is it?
No, Norwegian wood.
Oh, I can't remember. No. Yeah, you know me in names and
I
titles.
once had a girl, or should I say she was on me?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it good?
Yeah.
Norwegian wood. Yes.
Anyway,
Well, I'm glad that one landed on deaf ears.
It did. Well, no, it just landed on a thick skull. I mean, I heard it perfectly well.
I heard it, Junaid. It just meant nothing to me.
Utterly clueless. as a lot of things land with me.
Oh, brilliant.
Not a clue.
Brilliant.
Anyway, shall we crack on with that list after we've done a bit of this?
I
because
think we
are
should.
Contractually obliged.
I think we should.
Okie doke. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Did I just say yeah at the beginning of that? Or
I don't know.
Was I doing that just as you were putting the slides up?
I think you did that just before.
Ooh,
to be fair.
then I got away with it, but now I've outed myself. That's ridiculous. That's do you know what that is?
Listeners.
It's shambolic.
Brace yourself. Junaid has just outed himself.
I've just outed myself.
Me.
Do you know?
I don't know how to think about that.
I've got a fascinating story.
I want to leave.
I've got a fascinating. This is me changing the subject.
Go on,
I've got a fascinating story. Fascinating. Just how much do you love the Beatles?
Always have done.
Always have done.
They changed the shape of popular culture, music,
and ergo
everything.
They changed
the world. They did. They did what we have set out to do.
Absolutely, it is our mission
to change the world.
And they did it. And it's hard to imagine just how much. I'm watching a documentary about them just at the moment, and it described just how much. And it's saying, before them, this was the music that you could expect to listen to. Then they came about, and as a result of them, you had the Stones, and you had the. But it was as the result of the Beatles.
Yes.
They absolutely transformed music.
Yes, they did.
And they came out and they did it all themselves.
Yep.
It was new, and it was innovative, and it was extraordinary, and it was fantastic. But then they were interviewed and they were brilliant.
Yeah.
Because they were just, they didn't do any of the, like nowadays people aren't allowed to voice an opinion. People aren't, no, and it's like when you see sports people and they say, well, yes, at the end of the day, the manager made a really good decision and, it was a game of two halves. And it's just platitude after ridiculous platitude.
Yes.
Because they're not allowed to say anything. They just spoke.
They said what they wanted to say. Yeah.
And sometimes they were a little bit
controversial. Shall we say? Yeah.
But most of the time they were just funny.
Yeah, I know.
They were just four lovely lads from and as was pointed out in this thing, four intelligent and lovely lads.
Of course
they were from really challenging and difficult upbringings. Yep. But the reason they met, or certainly three of them, certainly George, Paul and John, the reason they met was because they went to grammar school.
Yes.
So they passed the 11 plus, went to grammar school.
Yeah.
It put them, as they described themselves, into a different world. Yeah. Because they were not used to being around these people, compared to where they'd grown up.
Yeah.
But it gave them, it meant that, they had a level of intellect and it was exploited in a positive way because they went to grammar school.
Yep.
Then they became incredibly successful, and they're just brilliant and a fantastic advocate for the United Kingdom, a fantastic advocate for Liverpool. They were brilliant. Love them.
Brilliant.
And, it's one of the love them or hate them. No.
Do you remember when they...
There's no such thing. How can you hate the Beatles?
When they went
They're
to
amazing.
America. The big thing nowadays is, you need to break America. You need to get into America. You need to start with America. You need
Absolutely.
The Americans need to be on your side. Etc.
Yeah.
Because the market is just gigantic.
Yeah, and it is.
Gigantic. So if you're a recording artist, if you're a singer, if you're a band, etc., if you break America, you're done.
Yes.
You are done. It's time to hang your hat up and go home. You are done.
Yes.
Yeah. That's after you toured America, of course, a few times, made all the millions of dollars. But do you remember when the Beatles went over to America?
Yep.
And the newsreel of them stepping out of the door of the plane.
Brilliant.
thousands screaming girls.
Yes.
Thousands of them.
Thousands and
on
thousands.
day one.
Yes, that was day one.
Going to America.
Extraordinary.
So you talk about breaking America. It kind of just happened for them.
Yeah.
They didn't have to break anything. It just happened.
Yeah, and they even they even made that funny. I remember when, because they're being interviewed all the time.
Yep.
Excuse me, and there's all this American press sticking microphones in front of their faces. And somebody said, first of all, what is it with the hair? Because it was very different, because they had the like rockabilly hair in America at the time, didn't they? And they came as with the Beatles haircut. What was it with the hair? It's just our haircut, like, it's just our haircut, it's just how we have our haircut, there's nothing wrong with that. And then this bloke said, anyway, what about the accusation that you're simply 4 Elvis Presleys? And there was a pause where they're obviously trying to think what to say, and Ringo just started dancing and going and shaking and going, oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? Brilliant. And then John just pointed up and just burst out, blurt laughing. You know what I mean? Oh, there's just 4 guys having a right good time.
Funny. Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, just tremendous. Well, they kind of, and they had the hand in everything, and everything they touched turned to gold, and they could converse, and they were verbose. It was just brilliant, really, really good guys. And you think, as a result of all the documentaries and series and things that you hear about them and quotes, you think you know everything.
Yeah.
You think you know everything about the Beatles.
Yes. Well, their life was under a microscope.
Absolutely. In fact, I remember... sorry, I'm now digressing. I'll get to my point in a minute.
Yep.
George Harrison was once asked, what was it like to be in the Beatles? And he said, well, you described to me what it was like to not be in the Beatles.
Yes.
And the interviewer went, what? That's ridiculous. He said, no. Tell me what it's like to not be in the Beatles. And basically what he's saying is, because I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to be in the Beatles. I was in the Beatles. That was just my life. That's just how it was. I don't have a point of reference.
That's right.
And you think, wow, actually, yes. But you think you know everything. You think you know everything about the Beatles. Did you know that in the 1960s, the Beatles tried to obtain the film rights to The Lord of the Rings?
Did they?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. John Lennon wanted to play Gollum.
Wow.
Seriously. Paul McCartney would have been Frodo, and the band hoped Stanley Kubrick would direct it.
Wow.
Exactly that amazing.
Wow.
But their plan came to an abrupt halt when J.R.R. Tolkien himself refused to play ball. Refused to do it. And
they were visionaries, weren't they? Because one of the most popular movies ever made of all time.
Yes.
Is Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah. And its spin-offs. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
And for the right reasons. It is brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything about it. Brilliant.
It is.
Brilliant. Yeah. But they were visionaries.
Yes.
To see that and to want to play those parts.
Yep.
Specifically.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Can you imagine?
Well, the thing is,
him as Gollum.
There was a film brought out about the Beatles a while back, which I cannot wait. I've not seen yet. It was on at the cinema, and I never got a chance to go and see it. And it is basically another documentary type thing about the Beatles, but it looks fascinating.
Yep.
It looks absolutely fascinating. Do you know who made it?
Go on.
Now, in a strange twist of fate, the new Beatles film was directed by
Stanley Kubrick.
No, Peter Jackson.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Who finally brought Lord of the Rings to the big screen in 2001.
Wow.
I know, isn't that incredible?
That's outrageous.
So talk about going full circle.
Yeah.
They didn't get the Lord of the Rings. The guy who did is the guy who made the film about them.
Their film.
Isn't that just incredible? The Oscar-winning director has brought to life the tense recording sessions for the band's final album, Let It Be, using 55 hours of unseen studio footage that was shot in 1969.
Wow.
How good. And people say the film was absolutely extraordinary.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. I want to go see it, but I hadn't put the two together until I saw this article.
Amazing.
That is just extraordinary. In a statement, he described the film as the ultimate fly-on-the-wall experience that Beatles fans have long dreamt about.
Yeah.
And I would imagine so. I remember watching the one where it was a fly-on-the-wall documentary of John Lennon and Yoko Ono making Imagine.
Yeah.
Both the song and album.
Yep.
And it's extraordinary how they just kind of went, oh, no, John Lennon sang this song to somebody, and they went, yeah, that's all right. And then I've done this other one. Just what do you think about this? And Imagine, and this bloke was almost in tears. Yeah. He went, that is a song.
Hit.
And John's like, really?
Yeah.
He had no idea. He thought this other song, which was a bit of a rant of his, the I can't even. He's just going off on one.
Yeah.
He said he thought that one was going to be no. And Imagine was just a little song that he put together.
Well, Imagine came out at the end of after the Beatles.
Right. Oh yeah.
So it was when John Lennon was a solo artist.
Absolutely. Yep.
And Paul McCartney was also a solo artist at that, and he was with Wings.
Wings. Absolutely.
So they went, and they at that time had a very difficult relationship.
Really?
Very, very difficult relationship, in that they had no relationship at all.
Oh, really?
None. It had gone.
Because they do say, Yoko Ono split up the Beatles. No, she didn't.
Nope.
No, she did not.
Split up the Beatles.
The Beatles split up the Beatles. She was there to hold John's hand when he needed it most.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was actually a rock, and the criticism she got was completely unfounded and
absolutely
unfair.
Absolutely was.
But I didn't realise that their relationship was so bad that they didn't even...
terrible.
Really?
And they were aggressively competing.
Wow.
Because they were arguing over who was the main songwriter in the Beatles.
Okay.
Because they gave themselves joint songwriting.
Yes, they did.
Royalties on everything.
Yeah.
And I can't
Interestingly,
remember
some of
the
their
song.
earlier tracks were McCartney-Lennon.
Yeah.
But everybody refers to it as Lennon and McCartney.
Yes.
Because the later ones were put down as Lennon and McCartney. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't remember the song that Paul McCartney and Wings brought out. But then Imagine was released.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And sources close to Paul McCartney, who were with him when he listened to Imagine, described his face.
Right.
And it was just like, oh no.
Yeah.
How can you follow that?
How can you follow that?
How can you top this?
He's only gone and done it.
How can you top it?
Yeah. But I remember hearing that about the White Album.
He'll have used a few choice words.
I've no doubt.
I dare bet.
I've no doubt.
How do you actually follow that song?
Yeah.
Because it's just pure genius.
It is. It's genius.
Pure
it's
genius.
Beautiful. Yeah. Everything about it it's extraordinary. But I remember hearing that about the White Album, that I think it was the Rolling Stones had... No, not the Stones. The Who. The Who had just brought out an album, and they're like, "This is the best thing we've ever done. It's amazing. We're so proud of it."
Yeah.
Then they listened to the White Album. They went, "What's the point?
Yeah.
What do we have to do?
This is the pinnacle.
This is the pinnacle. We will get no."
What's the point?
And then they listened to the White Album and went, "Oh, for goodness sake! Why do they keep doing this to you?" And you can imagine it. You can imagine it.
Crazy.
Like when Pet Sounds came out, when the Beach Boys brought Pet Sounds out, people said it's one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah.
And the Beatles listened to that and went, "That's amazing."
Yeah.
And they used that as an influence to go on and do more stuff.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about when they were in their true hippie phase, and they went across to India.
Yeah.
And they went to see the Guru,
whatever. Yeah.
Whatever it was. And they were there, and they were there for quite a long time. Many of the Beach Boys went at the same time. Right. And John Lennon and, what's his name? The head guy of the Beach Boys, who was the big influence, who wrote most of the songs. Brian.
Thing.
Not Epstein, Brian. Anyway. Brian was there at the same time, and they were just got to, and again, the things that you just take for granted. We know now how the Beatles made their sound because the sheet music is everywhere. Yeah. You can walk into a store, you can buy it. Yeah. You can go online. Back then, that's not how it happened.
No.
There was no sheet music.
No.
So the Beatles did not know how the Beach Boys were getting that particular sound, and the Beach Boys didn't really know how the Beatles got that particular sound. It was all trial and error, and they would try and deconstruct it and try, I think they've done this and I think they've done that, blah, blah. So when they met, they just shared.
Yeah.
And the Beatles came back, did the White Album, and on it is back in the USSR, And I remember listening to it and thinking, oh, this is amazing. This sounds just like the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
It's because he was with Brian Thingy chatting to it. He went, what, so what, you mean like this? And they almost pretty much wrote it together. Not wrote it together, but it was the influence. And when they came back, they went, oh, and you can hear the Beach Boys in it. Think, wow. True. Wow. Just to take that a step further, I remember hearing about somebody saying, oh, they met Paul McCartney for the very first time. And they were absolutely in awe, as you would be. You know what I mean? You forget, I know this is a human being. I know he's created in the same way as everybody. I know. But it's hard not to look and think, wow, that's Paul McCartney. And apparently Paul McCartney just leant over, put his hand on the knee and went, don't worry, I was exactly the same when I met the Everleys. Ain't that incredible? Ain't that incredible? His idols were the Everly Brothers.
Yep.
And if you listen to their stuff, you go, I'm not surprised.
Yes.
They were amazing.
They were incredible.
But I love how he obviously saw what the action was.
Yeah,
Then of went, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I was exactly the same when I met the Everleys.
Yeah.
What a lovely thing to say. What a lovely thing to say. Not, oh, yes, you should be in awe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But I love the guys. Love them.
So do I.
And on top of that, they tried to do Lord of the Rings. Isn't that absolutely amazing?
Amazing.
You think you know everything about the Beatles?
No,
you know nothing about them.
The one thing you do know about the Beatles
is that you know
nothing about the Beatles.
Brilliant. I love it though. Brilliant. Oh.
Dear me. Do you know what I want to do?
Go on.
I want to
hold your hand.
I'm gonna go and find a Beatles song.
Yes.
That we might be able to get away with playing on our show.
We should do that.
Shall we do that?
There must be
Let's
one.
find some Beatles songs that we can get away with playing.
Yeah, not get away, that we can play in all good conscience.
Think Imagine is one of those songs. I think Let It Be is one of those songs.
Let It Be, yes. Yeah. The only issue with Imagine, it does say, Imagine There's No Heaven.
Yeah. Imagine if you can.
Ah, well, actually.
There's no heaven. Imagine there's no heaven. Yeah. So, you know, I think we can get it. I think we can do this.
Brilliant.
We'll have a word with our, shall we say, bosses?
Yes. Yes.
And
we'll put it to the powers that be.
We'll put it to the panel, shall we?
I think we should put it to the panel.
See what we can do.
We'll not go forward with I Am the Walrus or Yellow Submarine, to be fair. Paperback Writer, maybe not.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, which is
brilliant.
LSD.
Brilliant as it is.
Yes,
brilliant as it is. Tangerine Hands and Tangerine Skies and Kaleidoscope Hands. Brilliant.
Tangerine Skies, Tangerine Dreams and Marmalade Skies and
Kaleidoscope Eyes.
Kaleidoscope Eyes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Picture yourself in a boat or river.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
whatever.
Oh, we must be able to do this.
But
we're on a mission.
We're on a mission from...
If you're willing to accept it.
No. Classic Blues Brothers.
We're wearing shades. It's dark.
It's dark. We've got a full tank of petrol.
And we're on a...
a pack of cigarettes. It's dark. We're wearing shades. Hit it. We're on a mission from...
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The Penguin.
Classic Blues Brothers.
Every time they go see the Penguin, she keeps beating them up. With this big stick. Even though they're trying to do the right thing. Oh,
best
great
movies
stuff.
ever,
it's
ever
amazing.
made.
That
ever
car
made.
chase.
It's incredible.
Who thinks to have a car chase in a shopping centre? I mean, come on.
Brilliant.
Oh, do you know who the female protagonist, female lead, for want of a better phrase, was in that film? Carrie Fisher.
Was that her?
Princess Leia.
Was that her?
She was the one that was constantly trying to get...
Really?
Was it Jake or Elwood?
Yeah.
Jake, one of them, the big one.
Yeah.
Who fired the rocket thing. It was Carrie Fisher.
Wow.
How amazing is that?
How did she end up in that? Anyway.
Incredible.
We've digressed.
We have.
We've digressed away from the kettle.
We have.
We better go and put it on, eh?
What are we doing?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Hey. We're back.
We're back.
We're back again. Here we are.
People think, and people ask us, don't they? People ask us, how do you do it? How do you do it?
Yeah.
And the honest answer, I don't know.
I've no idea.
Do
you know how we do it? You turn the sliders on, And Ali goes, just say that.
Just say this.
Words just pop into your head. It's extraordinary.
Yeah.
I don't think about any of this rubbish.
No. Well, if we did, we wouldn't do it.
I know. So, some people think this is written. Who'd write this rubbish? I know. What? Scripted? Who writes a script?
Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me.
What? Of this gold?
Are you mad?
Oh, dear. Dear. Do you know what we're doing today?
I'm like, oh, go on.
We have a public health and safety announcement. I don't know how you'd...
Health and safety announcement?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. A public health
Public health awareness
thingy.
thing.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yes. It's not coming out right.
We're going to tell them something that they need to know.
Yes.
This is public this is in the public interest.
It's in the public
It's
interest.
in the interest of the safety of the Great British public.
Is. Because you out there listening, we love you.
Absolutely.
You're brilliant.
You are the reason why we
Yes.
live and breathe.
You're not just listeners. You're not even friends. Your family.
Your family.
Your family.
Your brothers
We
and
consider
sisters.
this to be one big... I nearly said happy. We have a great time. People listening, not so much. A great big happy family.
Hang on a minute. They're very happy when we stop.
Yes. They said you brighten up a room when you leave it. But it's important that people know and are aware of this fact.
Go on.
E-cigs
E-cigs.
are dangerous.
Oh, right, okay.
Finally.
So who has determined that then?
Well, me. Years ago.
Okay.
But certainly it's now been confirmed.
Really?
Vaping raises risks of stroke, heart attack disease, strokes, heart disease and heart attacks by up to 70%. Study finds.
Wow.
Brilliant. Finally they're confirming it. Because the number of people that have gone, I've been told that smoking is not bad, is not good for me. Oh, yeah, and when were you told that? 1960?
Yeah.
And it's taken you 50 years to catch on.
Well,
right?
I was told that, but then
Then they came out.
tobacco
and said tobacco companies
paid a load of doctors to tell me it was all right
that
again.
it was fine, and that rattle in my chest was normal.
Yeah. It's
and
just a sign of getting on a bit.
Exactly.
It's just a bit of pollen or dust.
A deep, gravelly voice was actually something to be cherished.
Yes.
It was a sign of masculinity and near manliness.
But then when my skin prematurely wrinkled.
Yes,
I was out of breath before I got to
my eyes,
and I got halfway up the stairs. I couldn't make it to the top.
and my skin took on a yellow tinge.
When I got these pains in my calves.
When they had to start taking parts of my body off.
Yeah.
At that point,
I remember my first thrombosis.
Yes.
It wasn't funny.
It wasn't.
No.
So at that point,
now I've got my COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Oh dear.
Now I've got that. I'm right happy. I'm right happy. And do you know what? I'm thinking of increasing my smoking intake.
Yes.
Because it makes it better.
It does. It does. It allows me to relax and forget about all my problems.
Yeah.
And
Smoking. Smoking allows me to relax.
Exactly.
And not have to think about my lung cancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people kind of switched onto that fact that smoking is basically bad for you.
Yeah.
And if you want to put nails in your own coffin,
Yeah.
keep smoking.
Yeah.
So many people simply stopped. Well, stopped. Not simply.
Hang
There's
on
no
a minute.
simple about it.
Hang on a
Stopped.
minute. Hands up, guilty.
Yes.
I used to smoke.
Yes.
And I used to love them.
Yes.
And I used to smoke rather a lot.
Yep. And let's be honest, it was cool.
It was okay in those days.
It was cool.
It was accepted.
It was
No, it
cool.
wasn't just accepted, it was expected.
It was expected. I remember people saying, back in the 60s and 70s, even if you didn't smoke, you had cigarettes in your house for your guests.
people who did.
Because they did smoke.
Yes.
And so, and to be fair, it was cool. You look at your James Dean, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was
And
cool.
even if you didn't smoke, you actually did, because all the people around you were smoking and you were getting the passive second-hand stuff.
Yes. And even if you didn't smoke, you recognised that people that did were cool.
Yeah.
I mean, slightly facetious. But if you think about all the bad boys in the movies,
Yeah.
Bruce Willis smoked in most of his movies. You know what I mean?
he did. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's what people did.
Yes.
It was a mark of it was mark of. So many people then gave it up when they realised, it's not a mark of manhood, it's a mark of death. It will ultimately kill me.
It's a mark
and
of...
you could say, well, most things in life do. Yes, but this will kill me quicker and in a horrible way. So I'm going to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Other people went, oh, brilliant. Do you know what I could do instead?
Vape.
At least smoking was cool. Can you imagine James Dean vaping?
No.
Can you imagine Marlon Brando vaping?
No. Can you imagine Jeremy Clarkson vaping?
No. I wouldn't call him cool when he spoke, but you know where we're going with this. Some of us are vaping. Really cool. Going, oh, well, A, I still get all the pleasure. It's not a pleasure. And B, you look like an idiot. You look like a freak. You just look ridiculous. You look like a muffin. An absolute and utter prat is what you look like when you vape. And now...
Not that you want to give us your opinion.
Not that I want to give you... It's not like me to offer an opinion. Now, we've found out that 1 in 20 US adults use e-cigs, and so do more than 11% of high school students.
Oh.
Because, and I have heard tell in this country of parents buying their kids vapes and say, well, I'd rather you did that than smoke.
Oh, no.
How about not doing either?
Aye.
How about not doing either? It's ridiculous. Because you're not getting the cool look, nor are you getting the heady satisfaction of smoking. So if you're not getting either one of them, don't do it.
There are some vapes.
Yes.
That contain nicotine.
Right. Okay.
There are other vapes that don't.
Right.
I'm guessing now that the ones that do,
yes,
and thereby become addictive.
Well,
if they contain nicotine.
Well, yes. Oh, it would be. It would be addictive. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought you meant.
And I'm guessing it's those that have now they've determined are harmful.
It doesn't actually specify. It just says the latest study conducted by the American Heart Association found that heart attacks were nearly 60% more common among vapers, who are at a 71% higher risk of a stroke. It doesn't say that they need to have certain things in them, because the fact is, if you are taking a foreign substance into your lungs will react.
It's not good, is it?
It's not good. And I remember hearing because your lungs are full of the capillaries and the little hairs, and they grab onto things. Yeah. They hold onto it. Yeah. And that's what I mean. The black lung.
That's why
awful thing that many miners suffered from.
Yes.
Because they were breathing in coal dust.
Yes.
And the coal dust settled in the lungs.
Yes, it did.
And you can't get it out. It will not come out again.
With chronic bronchitis and emphysema.
So gradually, that basically coal dust settles at the bottom of their lungs. Yeah. So it will feel like you're drowning. Yeah. I can think of no worse thing to happen.
That's right.
So people smoking and vaping are voluntarily doing that.
Yes.
Please stop it.
They're not getting paid for it, are they?
Please stop it.
No.
Stop it. There's certain things that, you can go, oh, well, I really enjoyed eating that McDonald's. Okay, I get that. But vape, smoke, no, stop it. And we've even now got science saying it's a bad thing to do.
Hang on a second. We've got to backtrack here.
Have we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Says who?
Me. Me. And far be it from you to argue with me, my good man. Who's driving? I think you'll find you're walking home.
Who's brought us in today?
It's a long walk. It's a long walk back.
Yes.
So I used to smoke, as I said.
Yes.
I used to do that.
Yep.
And I got to a certain age, and I decided that if I was going to look at the next 20, 25 years, then those 25 years can look vastly different if I continue to smoke or if I stop smoking.
Absolutely.
And I decided at that point I was going to stop smoking. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I needed help with that.
Yep.
I needed help, so I went to my GP and I got some patches.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, the nurse that I saw said, how long have you been smoking?
Yep.
What kind of do you smoke? Cigarettes, cigars, or pipes? Cigarettes. How many a day? And what are the trigger points for you wanting to smoke? Do you smoke first thing in the morning? Do you smoke after meals? There's a full lifestyle questionnaire.
Yes.
Full lifestyle questionnaire, and said. Right, so I think we'll start you off on patches.
Okay.
Yeah? And I said, good. Do you do a full body wrap?
Just how big is this patch?
Because I think that's possibly the size I need. But she said, no, I'll start you off on the biggest one that we do.
Right.
So stick one of these. Stick it on in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a 24-hour patch. Yeah, so the following morning, peel it off and stick another one on.
Yes.
Job done. I have to say, the dreams that I had during that period
Really?
were incredibly lucid.
Wow.
Just incredibly lucid. I used to wake up thinking, that actually happened.
Really?
That was unbelievably clear.
My goodness.
And bizarre dream.
Yeah. Is that good or a bad thing? I'm thinking that's a good thing. That sounds amazing.
You get really sick of it.
Do you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But then again, I did a strange thing because they also gave me some capsules.
Okay.
Stick one of those in.
Yeah.
Because if you patch, your patch will take the pang, the most of it off.
Yeah.
But if you really, gagging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stick one of those and it'll just take the edge off again.
Yeah.
So I was on patches and lozenges.
Right.
These things that you stick in. You just hold it under your tongue and it'll just dissolve.
Yes. Yeah.
I was on both. Right. So I stuck the patch on, stuck a lozenge in my mouth,
Yeah.
and lit up.
Right.
And had a cigarette.
Right.
Yeah. And they said, do not smoke under any circumstances while you are doing these other things. And I thought, nah. I carried on smoking.
Yeah.
But the following day, I left the first patch on and stuck another one on. So I had two. So I had two patches, lozenges, and I carried on smoking.
Yes.
But do you know what? The second day I didn't smoke as many.
Really?
The third day I took the first patch off.
Yes. But replaced
Left
it.
the second one on, but
Yeah.
put number 3 on. Yeah. Carried on with the lozenges.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't smoke as much. And I think I went down from maybe 15 to 20 a day.
Yeah.
Over the first week, I went down to 5 a day.
Wow.
I thought, whoa, this seems to be working for me.
Yes.
Seems to work, so I'll just carry on.
Yeah.
So what I effectively did was ignored all the medical advice.
Yeah.
And did all of the 3 at the same
Which
time.
is total character for you, isn't it?
I know. I can't imagine.
Make up the rules yourself.
I can't imagine me doing that.
Shambolic. That would never happen.
Oh, no.
Wow.
So completely ignore everything that anybody's ever telling you and do it your way.
Do it your way.
Yep, that's me.
That's you.
So,
yes. There's the right way, there's the wrong way, and there's the Yusuf way.
That's right.
Which is, generally speaking...
on the wrong side of the wrong way.
and yet turns out to be...
right.
Right. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that incredible?
So, after a couple of weeks,
Yep.
I cut it down to 1 patch only per day.
Yeah.
And I was still chucking the lozenges in every so
Yeah.
often, just because it was a habit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
After about 4 weeks, I started cutting my patch in half.
Right.
So I wore half a patch.
Yep.
No cigarettes, no smoking,
Wow.
no lozenges, no nothing. Then I cut the patch into quarters. And at that stage, I just laughed at myself and said, what is the point in this?
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
Wow.
I'm on the last hurdle now. I can do without this. So I just took the patches, no lozenges, no smoking, no nothing. And I had stopped. It took me took about 6 weeks to get to that position. But after 6 weeks, I had stopped.
Wow.
And I never, ever had any tobacco products ever since.
Golly.
Never.
Brilliant.
And I used to love my shisha.
Yeah.
I used to love it. I've got one at home.
Right.
Love the thing. I've got all the...
And do they have tobacco in them?
No. You see, I got the stuff that did not contain tobacco. Didn't have any nicotine in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just creates just a lovely, lovely smoke.
Right. Right. But again, you're putting something foreign into your lungs, which...
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, which can't be good.
Not good, but I used to love that.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, nothing. I've had nothing since.
Wow.
And I have to say that I was born smoking.
Yeah.
I was, because there were smokers in the house. So I was taken into a house where there was smoke. So I was born into a smoky environment.
Yeah, my dad smoked.
Everybody smoked.
Yeah. Embassy number 6, king size.
My dad, my eldest 2 brothers, they smoked. I was bound to smoke. Yeah. So I did.
Yeah.
And I carried on the family tradition.
Yes,
as you do.
very good.
But it has to be said, it's a hideous waste of money.
Yes.
The cost of those things is just beyond most people's means.
Yes.
But people are addicted to the stuff, so they buy it anyway. It's like any other drug,
Yeah.
Even when you can't afford it, you'll go out and find a way of affording it.
So true. It is so true.
It's ridiculously expensive. It is terribly bad for you.
Yep.
But it is the hardest thing in the world to stop.
Yes.
And I've heard people say that it was easier coming off heroin than it was coming off cigarettes, coming off nicotine.
Yeah.
And I kind of understand that in a way.
Well, I can actually imagine, because if for no other reason, smoking was socially acceptable.
Yeah. But
so to come off something that everybody else is saying, come on, we're just going for fags. Oh!
Did you smoke?
I had it in my past, yes.
Yeah. Okay. How was it for you when you stopped?
I just one day said, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And just stopped overnight.
Stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am an all or nothing person.
Yeah.
I am an all or nothing.
Yeah.
And I can just go to nothing, but it has to be
That's
nothing.
usually nothing.
But it has to be nothing. As an example, I mean, they say it's easier to fast than it is to diet.
Yes, it is.
Because if you're fasting and somebody says, would you like a slice of chocolate cake?
Yes, I would.
If you're fasting,
yes, I would.
If you're fasting, you just go, no.
Oh, if you're fasting.
If you're dieting and somebody says, would you like a slice of chocolate cake? You go, what kind of chocolate cake? I might be able to make room.
Is it diet chocolate cake?
Diet chocolate? You know what I mean? In other words, you are immediately thinking, well, I might. Fasting, no.
Nope.
So it's easier just to go, nope. Complete prohibition.
Yeah.
End off.
Never even thought about it.
Cutting down.
So
I just stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Wow.
And it was.
Well, what I have to say is
same with other habits I had.
I have to say that if I can stop, literally anybody can.
Anybody can. Yep.
Yeah,
yes.
Because I am weak in that respect. I am. I'm pathetic in that kind of respect.
Really?
Absolutely weak. It's like dieting. It's impossible.
Wow.
Coming off sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard, just ridiculously hard to do.
Yeah.
And I haven't managed to do it. You know full well that I haven't
absolutely.
managed to do it.
Yes,
I still like Mars bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have Diet Coke instead of full fat
yes,
Coke.
But it sucks the.
I'm now told that that's
the
not
sugar
as
out
good.
of the Mars bar.
I'm now told that that's not good for you either. But
sure, it's not.
Bad
for your joints. Anywho.
Anyway,
just please stop doing it. Stop vaping.
Stop it. Yeah.
If you're smoking,
stop everything.
Stop
it all.
Don't think, I'm going to vape instead.
Stop it all.
Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're
go and have
foreign stuff in your lungs. It's not good for you.
Go and have a cup of tea.
Go and have a cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Yes.
And cup of tea and watch some telly.
Yes. Anything other than vaping.
Shall we get a cup of tea?
I think we should.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. What were we talking about then? Technology.
Yeah, we were talking about technology and we're saying how much we love it.
Yeah.
I do.
And I said, so do I. All of it.
Everything.
It's incredible.
Yes.
Imagine our lives without it now.
Oh, I can't imagine our lives
Imagine
without it.
living in a cave now with none of the comforts in life and the entertainment.
Yeah. Can you imagine just saying to a cave wall, okay, cave wall, turn on the living room lamps. I don't think it'd do it, do you?
No.
Oh, okay, cave wall. Play some, nasheeds.
Just wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't happen.
But I mean, it goes down to even more basic stuff than that. Basic stuff.
Yes.
It's like, I'm in my cave. Yeah.
Yes.
My coffee's gone cold. What am I supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do?
Start
a fire?
I can't microwave it, can I? Crazy.
No, it's true.
Start a fire?
Start a fire? It's true.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, I could with a lighter or a box of matches.
Yes.
What was I supposed to do? Rub some sticks together?
It's lunacy. And they used to think that. They used to thought that was a marvel, didn't they?
Absolutely.
Fire.
Oh, look what we found.
Wow.
Oh, we can do all sorts with this stuff.
Okay. It is incredible. And it's also the things that you can do now. We've been through the frustration. So, as an example, I remember when I was doing my dissertations, I did them on voice recognition software.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad. It was quite good. Yeah. Now, it's close to perfect.
Yep.
I mean, the difference is amazing. Yep. And I know I've described this before, but when the good lady and the children bought me a present, which was a lovely surprise, and it was a Google Home, and I was like, hey, brilliant, what's that then? And it turns out it's this speaker that you can talk to and you can tell it to do things.
Oh, you love it.
It's amazing.
Changed your life.
It's incredible. So you've got it wide up to the TV.
You don't have to stand up.
No.
At all.
No.
To turn the lights on, off.
No. No.
Upstairs lights.
No.
Yeah, you can set an alarm in either bedroom.
Yes.
You can do all sorts of stuff.
You can broadcast. Do you know what's even... Well, the several things. First of all, I can now change the temperature and turn the heating on and off.
Is that installed now?
It is.
Amazing.
But the other thing I was going to say was...
Can I just ask, who installed that?
That was Fred.
Fred?
That was your buddy
Did he
Fred.
come true?
Oh, he has.
Did he come right?
He's an artist.
The man's amazing. He's a genius.
It's
Absolute genius.
But I think this broadcast.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you about a broadcast function where you because we've got these speakers in all over the house.
Yeah.
So you can just say, and I'll not say the introduction bit, just make a broadcast.
Yeah.
And it'll say, what would you like to say? And you say it, and it goes, broadcasting now. And then it sends it all the way around the house.
Right.
I can do that from the car.
What? Hang on a minute. You're going to tell me in a minute that you can do that from your watch.
I will be, yes, actually, because I've stopped wearing my watch. Because I had my pot on for a few months. I've forgotten, and I've got out of the habit of wearing my watch.
Yeah.
But I'll be able to do that from my watch.
Wow.
Because the last time I did it from my watch. I was driving, I put my watch up, did the okay, I don't want to set anybody else's off.
No.
Make a broadcast.
Last thing you want to do is say, okay, Google.
Exactly. Everything's like a ping. But I can do a broadcast as I'm driving out. So I literally broadcast saying, Daddy's 5 minutes home. Tidy up.
Fantastic.
You know what I mean? Oh, it's brilliant.
Fantastic.
So the voice recognition, and I know I've said this before, but when we got it first plugged in and we said, okay, play Team Umizoomi on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it went, okay, Team Umizoomi on Netflix, playing on, put it on the TV.
Wow.
So, in the past, it couldn't understand English.
Yeah.
And now it'll do a bit of Japanese.
Yeah.
It's just insanity. It's
fantastic.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
But we've been through all the pain.
Haven't they come along then?
It's incredible.
Computers.
It is incredible.
What was the first computer that you had?
Oh, it was a Commodore 64.
Commodore 64.
It was.
And you'll have had that at the same time as I had the Sinclair Spectrum.
I was going to say, did you have the Sinclair?
I had the 48K Sinclair Spectrum.
Right, 48K.
And it didn't have any internal memory. So when you switched it off, that was it, everything gone.
Oh.
So you had to load your programs in from a tape.
Yes.
A cassette.
Actually, that was exactly the same. Yeah. God, I've forgotten
do
that.
you remember the noises it used to make? A high-pitched ring.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
The crackly noise.
25 minutes to load one game.
It wasn't that long on the Spectrum. It was literally about 1 minute.
Oh, was it? Maybe I'm exaggerating.
But the Commodore 64 was unique.
In the regard that?
Because they had the BBC-B, if you remember, the Sinclair Spectrum. Yeah, the ZX81.
Yep.
The Commodore 64.
Yep.
Yeah, there were quite a few to choose from.
Yes, yeah.
But the 64 had a unique feature.
Which was?
That was called sprite graphics.
Right.
And what that meant was, if you had two characters on screen, one could run over the top of the other. So one would be underneath the other, and one was floating on top.
Yes. Yeah.
So you could have, instead of two graphics just like merging into one, you could see both. And it was revolutionary.
I was just about to say,
in terms of graphics.
Yeah.
And that opened up so many possibilities, including what?
Well, I'm assuming for gaming and
not just that.
Right. Let's have a think.
Windows.
Oh, of course.
Look at what Windows are.
They are one on top of the other,
on top of the other, on top of the other.
Oh, wow, of course they are. And everything is, even if it's not actually Windows, it's taken the format of Windows.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was a precursor to that kind of graphic ability.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So Commodore 64.
Graphic ability sounds like it's
it does.
Graphic ability. Sounds like it's
I can't even say it now.
It sounds like one word.
You can't even say it.
So where we are today, it's absolutely
where we are today has come on leaps and bounds.
It's incredible.
But of course, the very first computers used to fill a room.
Yes.
And a very large room.
It was literally cogs and wheels.
Yeah.
Cogs, wheels, and valves.
I
mean, what? And even the first computer I had, it had a big. The first PC I had a big stacking tower.
Oh yeah.
And now I think they have that, but it's partly for show.
Yeah.
They don't
There's
need
nothing in it.
that big. I mean,
there's
anything
in it.
Some, you can just buy a screen. So where's the computer? That's
it.
Where?
That's it.
It's in there. Where? I can't see it. I'm not paying for something I can't see. It's in there. Muffin. What are you doing? It's in there. It's incredible.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yep. Did you ever go to Apple stuff?
I had an iPhone.
Right.
I had I think it was the first generation of iPhone or the second generation of iPhone. The one that you could spin on the table because it had an arced back. Beautiful. It was beautiful. Yeah. And you look at it now and you think, tiny.
Yeah.
Terrible. You know what I mean? But at the time it was brilliant. But apart from that, I've not really done any Apple stuff. I tried. iTunes on something, it just did me head in.
Oh yeah, same here.
The lack of flexibility.
No,
And I know there's
terrible.
people out there saying, "Oh, it's because you're old. You don't know what you're talking about." No, I couldn't use it.
Nope.
There's no flexibility.
Nope.
What I wanted to be able to do was say, "See that there? Yeah, put it there. Done." You know,
And
like Windows, just moving a file.
When I bought my, you see, I was caught between: do I buy a Windows PC,
Right.
or do I buy an Apple Mac?
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I went for the Windows PC
All day long. Yes.
because I understood it.
Yes.
Whereas Apple, I was thinking, I don't. I mean, it's come in line now, so all
Yes.
your usual office-based products will work on
Yeah.
Apple stuff now.
Yeah, not
but
all
it
of
didn't
them,
used to.
as we found out recently.
Absolutely.
With our dear beloved sister sending us some information and then going, "Oh, I'm sorry, I use an Apple Mac." Oh, well.
Oh well, yeah. that means only you can open
Yes,
that.
that's taught you a lesson.
Yeah.
But whereas, anything Windows-based, you
see-
can put across everything.
Not just Windows, but you mentioned the iPhone.
Yeah.
I mean, the competitor to that is the Android system.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
any Android smartphone.
Yeah.
And
If you
I
think
prefer
Sony,
that.
or Samsung, they're
Yeah.
all, you've got, as opposed to you've got Apple or a million other things.
Million other
what are you
things,
going to do? I'll go with the one that's got a million other things.
Absolutely, and they're all free.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas Apple stuff, you had to pay for it in the
Yep.
beginning, didn't you?
Yes.
Every app you had to pay for.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, and you become a slave to the Apple iTunes to download it.
Thing,
And,
that's the thing.
I couldn't bear it. It was awful.
Yep.
We had a couple of those. What were they called? iPod. Do you
Right.
remember those?
Is the iPod, is that the music one?
That was the music one.
Ah,
Yeah.
right, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it just held hundreds of
Right.
music files.
Which, to be fair, again, in its day,
Amazing.
whoa!
But you
I
had,
want all of that in that.
yeah, but you had to have iTunes to
Right,
load
yeah,
into
that's
that,
what I just-
and it was
oh.
just painful.
Yeah.
And I decided at that moment, I will never have
ever.
an Apple product again.
Yes. yeah.
because
Thanks
you
for
are,
the inspiration.
you
but
are absolutely
better people have copied
a
you.
slave to
Yes.
this system, and it's
Yes.
just cumbersome,
Yes.
clunky, and horrible.
And it's them saying, no, we have to change the world to be just. I mean, and they did, but we have to change the world to suit us instead of suiting to change what the need
Yes.
of the world.
Yes.
So now I think they've taken it to a point where I think, no, there's other people out there willing to be flexible.
Yep.
Basically give the customer what they want. Not
yeah,
insist.
that's a revolutionary concept.
I know, amazing,
Surely.
isn't it? Amazing. Mrs. Slocum used to say that.
Ask the customer some basic questions
Yep.
about what it is that they're actually looking for.
give them that.
And then give them that.
Yeah.
No more, no less.
Yeah, I just want to be able to load my files up, and I want to be able to copy from one machine to another one. Okay,
You need one of
let's
these
do that
then.
then. I want my files to look like a file so that I can move it forward and I can save it for. Right, but let's do that then.
Yeah.
Amazing. But I remember getting in a car that had automatic upload of CD, and that was mind blowing. You put your CD in. When you take it out, it says, do you want to carry on playing it? I can't take it out. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
I've
It's already stored it, yeah.
What?
Yep.
Absolutely incredible.
To be fair, mine does that now.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's amazing.
It's brilliant.
So I can play something like 15, 20 different
Yes.
CDs
Yes.
without having the CDs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It won't store DVDs though. So I'm a little bit upset about.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it won't.
Do you know, I remember getting my first CD multi-changer.
Oh yeah, where you put 6 CDs
I
in.
put 6 CDs in. And it was in the boot of the car.
Fantastic. Yeah, mine was the
You had to
same.
go to the boot, but you could put 6 CDs
Yeah.
in. Because I had a cassette on the front, and a way to get a CD player was to do the 6 CD multi-changer,
Yeah.
which slotted in a thing in the back.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
Right.
Brilliant.
I got a brand new
Brilliant.
car with that already loaded on.
Oh,
Yeah, company car, Rover
Yeah.
400. It was lovely. I only had it 6 months. Then I had to swap it.
right.
Yeah, for a BMW.
Oh, bummer. Well, funny enough, it was in a BMW 318.
Oh, so
No,
disappointed.
or was
So
it a 316? It might be a
I had a
316.
316.
Yeah.
Yeah, 316.
316. All show, no
Lovely
go.
car.
Very,
Lovely car.
Very much like myself.
Lovely car. Lovely car for the first 2 years.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I vowed I will never have that type of car again.
Go on.
Two reasons. Number one, it started falling to pieces.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it blew
wow.
it blew a head gasket.
Oh.
Yeah. The window stopped working. The window stopped going up.
None
and
of
down,
these
which is
things are good.
Not good. And if you're going anywhere where there's a bit of ice or snow,
Yes.
you're going nowhere.
Wee bit of a challenge.
Don't even set off.
Yes.
It's pointless.
Yes.
Yeah. If it's got a quarter of an inch of snow,
Yep.
you're stood.
Yes.
Yes.
Night.
So for that reason, I said I will never ever have one of these cars again,
Yeah.
and I won't.
2 paving slabs in the boot.
Well, I did it. It didn't help.
Didn't help.
I did paving slabs and a couple of sacks of cement.
Oh wow, that should do it.
And it didn't.
Good Lord.
I was stuck on a client's house one day, and it was snowing while I was there, and I was thinking, I better get out of here quite quickly. I better get out of here.
And you
but
can't
I didn't, because
you're not.
you're there to do the business, aren't you?
Yes.
You get the business done. You do all the paperwork, etc., etc.
True.
And then do a bit of small talk on your way out, and then you get out to your car, and there's like 4 inches of snow piled up on your car and on the roads. So I tried to set off.
Yep.
No chance.
Nothing.
Right. So my client, I'll never forget Julie. She was fantastic. She was, let's say at that stage, I don't know what she's like now, and I won't mention a second name, but at that stage in her life, she enjoyed her pies.
Right. Okay. No stranger to the pie shop.
That's right.
It's not, I've got a problem with my feet. What appears to be the problem with the feet? Can't keep them out of the pie shop.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. We know a few.
Doctor, I've got an addiction. Oh, really? What kind of substance are you addicted to? Substance? It's pies. Pies.
Yeah. Why
anyway,
you understand?
So she sat on the boot, the back of the car, to help me get, and that still didn't work.
Wow.
And she was a lot heavier than 2 bags of cement and a couple of flags.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot heavier. Didn't help. No, I'll never buy one of those cars again, ever, under any circumstances. And given that we're about to crash out of Brexit with no deal, and the Germans are going loopy about it because BMW sell a lot of cars over here.
As the VW, Merc.
Yeah.
That's not going to change.
I'm completely happy about all of that because I don't buy their cars
It's not
anyway.
going to change.
Angela, is it? Or Angela? Angela Merkel.
Yes.
You can keep your cars, love. I ain't interested.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to change.
Let them crash
out. They
out.
are going to be sending plenty of them across.
I'm sure they are.
It is not a problem. For now, I think we are...
have we mentioned a list?
No.
Have we got a list?
Yes.
Oh.
We'll come back to that.
Come back to that.
Yes.
All right then. We'll come back to that then after a bit of this.
Yep.